Welcome to the Some Laugh podcast.
It could be like, oh, that was some laugh, or there was just some laughs.
Some laughs.
Well, no promising all laugh.
No, there's going to be some.
It's some laugh.
Perfect. I think we should keep this bit in.
We keep every flub in when Mark's not in town
Yeah.
because we notice what he wouldn't want.
Sometimes people like the outtakes, like the Rush Hour 2 outtakes. That's everyone's favourite part of that movie.
The best part,
Yeah.
the great line, he won't be in Rush Hour 3.
I was just thinking that one. Damn, yeah,
Damn.
he won't be in Rush Hour 3.
I've not seen Rush Hour or the outtakes.
You've never lived.
Yeah, so
You've never seen Rush Hour?
I don't think Rush Hour holds up. I reckon it's probably very problematic now.
Nah, it still
There's
holds
Chris
up.
Tucker making racist Chinese jokes.
Because Rush Hour 1 was alright, Rush Hour 2 good, Rush Hour 3 bad.
yeah.
the old Godfather.
That's
routine.
it.
They go, aye, yeah.
And the
You're
Matrix.
The
It's
Rush
the
Hour
Godfather of racist jokes.
it was very much my Godfather, the Rush Hour movies.
Did you ever see Chris Tucker's stand-up special?
No.
It's pretty mad. Like, it's good because he talks about the stuff you'd want him to. He's not like going, oh, you know when you go to the dry cleaners? He's going,
Scanning machines.
here's me hanging out with Michael Jackson story. And you're like, well, that's what I want to hear.
That is what I want.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what I want. But it's not good. Like,
Is it funny, or is it just...
nah.
Low quality stuff.
It's
Just
funny
interesting.
as a comedian to watch it,
Yeah.
but I don't see how a punter could enjoy it. It's kind of schadenfreude, is that the word? I don't know.
What was that one
Oh,
we
yeah.
watched on Joe's that time? Cat Williams or something?
Yeah. I'd say it's the best opening to a special ever. But it's pretty bad. It's just
What's he doing? That
really
was at my
hammers
mind when
home
we
a
watched
joke. It comes out to Hustling by Rick Ross, which was like, every day I'm hustling. And he's like, yeah, what's going on, Chicago? And he goes, hey, you could, that job makes you feel great. You could listen to that doing any job and you feel like a hustler. You could work in a library. And then he plays the song again. But
He gets like so many laughs out of just playing the same
just
song.
a guy in a
over and over
library and
again.
then like going through the books like he's miming that, like, whoa. like he's hustling. But he keeps going to the sound guy, hey, don't play that song again. He keeps telling him off. And he goes, oh, even if you worked in McDonald's, and then there's like a whole act out of McDonald's, he's like, DJ, I said don't play the song again. He just keeps telling him off.
It's not lean his material.
No, not at all.
He's known as one of... Was it shite or is it good? Because
I like it.
I'm laughing.
It's funny.
Yeah, I'm laughing, but is it... You know, it's one of those ones where you're like, I'm laughing, but am I laughing for the wrong reasons?
Yeah.
Am I laughing
Because
for the
this is
shite?
actually shit.
I think the rest of the special's pretty bad, but I go back to that a lot.
But yeah, it's like
Just
a
watching.
legend, isn't it?
Yeah.
I watch a lot of the first 5 minutes of specials and stuff. You watch quite a lot of specials.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same though. I don't lose attention.
Yeah.
I try and watch stuff, but then I try and treat it like work.
Yeah, it's too close to home, isn't it?
Yeah.
Busman's Holiday.
I was on with Dave Johns last night, and he goes, "Oh, stand-ups come around my house all the time," and they're like, "You've no stand-up DVDs?" And I went, "Nobody has DVDs anymore, mate." But he was like, "Yeah, I never watched. I've never seen Richard Pryor and all these lists and all these stuff." And I was like, "All right, cool, that's good." I was like, "I suppose you wouldn't go around to like a Janny's house and be like, you only got the one mop."
Just keys everywhere.
To be fair, I don't think I've ever watched a full Richard Pryor special or like a Eddie Murphy one or anything. I've never watched...
The Eddie Murphy one does not hold up.
No, I've heard.
At all.
Yeah, I've watched the clips and I've been like, that's not good.
Because it's so
Comedy ages
iconic.
badly.
Yeah, with the leather suit thing that he's got on.
Yeah.
But there's one joke where he talks about if Arnold Schwarzenegger was gay. And he's just like, I have AIDS. It's just that over and over.
That's just it.
It's a pretty good bit.
Strong premise.
Yeah. Get out my ass, all that sort of stuff. It's not good.
I laughed.
Yeah. Ironically, when you watch back.
Aye.
Wow, did we dry up a chat already? Minute 3. Well, thanks for having me, guys.
Cheers. Do you want to plug anything, Gareth?
No.
I've just been thinking about this because you're going to do a special.
Yeah.
I've
Filmed
got
already.
A big bit to open.
I've got a little sketch to open.
Oh, nice.
up
Really?
with. Yeah.
Get the projector out.
I got Vlad McTavish. I filmed him walking into the club. You know, like they always like the opening of specials. They're
You
always
from the
too
future?
cool. Well, sort of, yeah. Like they're always too cool and folk are like writing in their notepad and taking themselves serious. I was like, nobody does a wee funny one at the start. So I filmed Vlad doing all that stuff. And
For
then
the listeners, if you don't know Vlad, how old's Vlad?
64,
Mm-hmm.
65 maybe. Tiny little old Scottish man.
Great comedian,
A
lovely
legend
man.
of the Scottish circuit.
Yeah.
Wee spiky grey hair.
Yeah, well, he
thinking,
says he looks
"Fuck
like
me."
Philip Schofield.
Fuck
so
me.
That
Fuck
gives you.
me.
You're looking at me.
fucked his own dog.
Annie Lennox.
Yeah, all that. So I film him and then him putting on like a little ginger wig and stuff, and then like putting on the exact clothes that I was wearing in this recording. And then the director comes in and goes, "Are you ready?" And he goes, "Do I look all right?" And he goes, "Oh, we'll fix it in post." And then I walk out. So I was
really
quite
funny.
pleased with that.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
very funny. And then do you walk off and it's Vlad again?
I should have done that, but no, I didn't. And I forgot to put him in the credits, I realised, when I watched it back the other day. And I just went, fuck him.
With thanks to everyone but Vlad.
Yeah.
Where
So,
did you film it?
at the Stand in Edinburgh,
Nice.
during the Fringe. It was like show number 12 or something. I was very confident, obviously. I should have been at the end of the run.
Aye, but I mean 12. You've just done like
You're peaking
11
around
shows.
12, aren't you?
Yeah, you don't
You're
want
not
to
getting
get
jaded. Yeah. So I filmed it then.
But also a fringe audience is maybe risky.
Yeah, that's true. Bunch of Germans in the front row. Just like, what is this? I don't know if you've heard this story. It's one of my favourites. Some Japanese tourists were in watching Joe Caulfield once, and they left like 5 minutes in. And Joe afterwards said to the door staff, "Oh, why did those people leave?" And apparently when they left, they went, "It's just a woman talking." So I can't really argue with that.
Yeah.
That is what it is.
That is
Watertight.
literally what it is.
Yeah, fair enough. Give them their money back.
Were they being sexist though? Do you think they would have enjoyed a man talking?
Oh, no, I think it was just a person talking.
They didn't
That
understand
they're
the
just like,
Do you not
why
get
is this
stand
a
up in
thing?
Japan?
You do? Yeah.
Right.
You not know the comedy club in Japan?
I know what it's
so
called.
offensive, yeah.
Yeah.
It's called
Speaking, this would
ROR.
slip right into rush hour. This,
Instead of LOL.
yeah,
yeah.
Raff Out Road comedy.
Fuck's
But
sake.
that's-
They've called
that's
it that.
their comedy.
Yeah, yeah.
club.
They've called
That's
it
what
that.
they've
Yeah.
called it.
Which I think is great.
I mean, fair play.
I
You
only
really
know because
own that.
Liam's got a T-shirt with it on,
Yeah, he does.
which makes him look
yeah,
racist.
yeah, Captain Woke. And his Raff Out Road t-shirt.
Fuck's
It's
sake.
insane, isn't it?
That is mental.
It's like if we called it like the, I don't know, the Giggling Haggis or something like that.
Aye.
In fact, it's more
It's
offensive.
worse
It's,
than
more,
that,
it's
yeah.
worse than that because
The
it's
Tight Wee Jock Comedy Club.
But I've no idea how they would like. I'm guessing that's just not something they worry about over there.
I guess not.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
how
wow.
do you think the special went? How did it go?
I'm really pleased. Well, I'd say I'm pleased with it. I watched it back and hated every minute. It was the first time I really watched. I speak so fast in it. I was like, I always speak that quickly on
Was that
stage.
because you knew the cameras were going? Do you think?
No, it's
No.
just that's how I am.
Right.
I reckon. And I was watching it going, "This is crazy. You look terrified up there."
Yeah, I hate that.
In my head, I thought I'm like really smooth and cool.
You're Eddie
And I'm like,
Murphy.
"Bap, bap, 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 bap." And then anyone got a dog and all that. It was awful. I hated it. And so to the point where I was like, I'm not
Could you
putting
slow
this
it
out.
down in post?
It'd be 2 hours long, which it's helped this year though because it means I only need to write half an hour for the Fringe and
Yeah, chill out.
slow
Slow
down.
down,
Yeah. But yeah, I really didn't want to put it out. I hated it after watching it a couple of times, and now I'm like, well, it's there. You've got to do something with it.
So who did you get like a pure big production company to film it and stuff, or was it like
Nah, it was quite cheap. The guy he told me the price, and I was like, well, that's pretty reasonable for 3 cameras.
Yeah.
And it looks great. I'm really pleased with it. I don't even know if it was a company. It was just a guy.
right?
So I can't even like plug his business.
Just
Some
name the guy.
Yeah. He just stood with his phone. And he went, "Do you want this? 600 quid?" And I was like, "Aye, sure." So it was all right. It was because you kind of got to put stuff out now.
Aye.
Which,
Aye,
I mean, that's why we're
content.
sat here, isn't it?
Me and Steve were
Exactly.
talking about this in the car, and this age of content we
Yeah.
find ourselves in.
Exactly. The age
How
of
it's
content.
exhausting, and none of us have got anything to say anymore.
Yeah, because you use up all your stuff on podcasts. So, like, if you go and do it as stand up, do you think if people have heard it, do they like that? Let us know in the comments.
That's not in the comments that I don't read deliberately because they upset me even when they're positive.
Yeah, I'm the same with that as well. I've like since doing this, I've got such a thin skin. I had a thin skin before.
Yeah,
Steve's
yeah.
always talking about his
Now-
thin skin as well, which is what bullies are licking their lips over
Yeah, they're like,
that sitting duck.
I can smell a little
They just
dweeb.
look at you and you look like a big like lamb chop to them. They're like, float over on their nose.
But even if it's like this was quite good, I'm like fucking
What's
kill
your
me.
problem?
Why is
did
it
you feel the
quite?
need
Fuck up.
to tell me that?
Why did you say quite? You
Yeah.
fucking. I'm gonna kill myself right now.
I've got thin skin as well, so like, and I can't not respond to comments.
Do
Oh,
you?
really?
If I see stuff
block
like
and
just
move
fucking
on.
dinging everything.
That's what I do.
I used to write them out and just to get off my chest and then not post it. Like I'd write the reply and then just go, right, that's it, done. But then the other day I got a complaint and I started writing a thing, and all the comedians are going, "Don't say anything," because it was backstage at a gig. They're like, "Don't reply, just delete and block." And I was like, "Nah." So I started writing. I was like, "Yeah, no, you're totally right." And I started writing a reply, and then one of them walked back in the room, and I like tried to close my phone so they didn't see me doing it. Like, because if I go, "No, I'm not actually going to send it," they're like, "Fucking bullshit." Yes, you are. And so I went to shut my phone and I sent it by mistake. And I was like, "For fuck's sake." So then I had to send another one being like, "Oh, sorry."
So what was it, like pure half done as well? Was it?
Yeah, it was like halfway through a thought, and I had to finish the thought. They were really nice in the end, so like we kind of worked it out. But
What was
Is
it?
this the vibrator thing?
yeah,
Was it?
yeah, which is such a silly joke. I was so surprised that somebody was upset, and I think I said to them at one point, I was like, "There's lots of comedians that do need challenged that aren't being challenged." So I was like, basically, pick on somebody else. I'm a wee thin-skinned boy. Leave me alone.
I guess if you've not got a thin skin, why are you doing comedy? Because it's
Yeah.
like everyone here's like, not here, but in comedy or self-conscious or got
Okay.
some sort of
Yeah,
shit going on that you're like, I need to get this out on stage somehow.
yeah. It's not ideal trait to have, the thin skin.
Nah.
Because like live, like a heckle, I wouldn't care about that.
Yeah,
I-
'cause you
I
can
care
deal with that in the
straight away,
moment.
No,
and
I care about
always
that.
kind of win. Do you know, like
I care about that.
Oh, do you?
Like, why are you ruining my flow?
being
Yeah, I don't mind them at all because like you can say anything to a heckler,
Yeah.
and everyone will go like,
Yeah.
straight away.
Yeah, they're on your side. But sometimes have you ever had it when you've tried to like go really hard on a heckler and then
Yeah,
everyone's
Going
like,
too
what the
hard.
fuck, man?
Jesus,
Are
that guy's
you-
a psycho.
Are you okay, man?
Like, shut the fuck up, cunt. And they're like, "Oh, you misheard them."
I was
They were
only
just-
repeating the punchline
yeah,
that
I
you
was just
said.
saying, "Do you want a drink?"
Yeah.
Oh god.
What the fuck is your
No, I'm a
problem?
dick.
I'll kill you.
Fucking piece of shit.
What's the best heckle you've seen? I'll tell you my favourite was up in Aberdeen. Do you remember this guy called Tweedy Duffer? Do you remember that guy?
He's
Oh, that
played
was
like a
before my
Tory.
time. It
Oh,
was
really?
like a
He used to
character, right?
shave the top of his head to make himself bald for,
For
the
the
character.
bit?
Yeah.
Wow.
Fuck's sake.
And then
Right,
put talc
a
in
joke,
Has
the
he
bro.
never
Yeah.
seen like the bald caps?
I
you
know
can
it's bad, but he was dying up in Aberdeen, and some guy shouted, "Your head's like a solar panel for shite jokes."
There's no coming back from that.
Absolutely
That's so
not. That's
funny.
one of the funniest things I've ever heard.
That's amazing.
Me and Steve, I've told this one on here, I think, but the best one me and Steve saw together was a guy he had friends, and I won't do the whole thing again, but his name was Joe, and they just went, "Oh, that's shite, Joe," and they just sounded so genuinely disappointed, like a mother.
Oh
It
god.
was devastating, wasn't it?
It was
Because
amazing though. Because it was like his
like
pal.
from their soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Oh, fuck's sake.
I
why
heard
you
a
doing that?
wee old lady in the front row of a gig say to a comedian, "It's not going very well, is it, love?"
Oh,
And he was
no.
like, "No, no, I can't pick on you. You're an old lady."
Who's this? Millhouse?
No, Martin. No, it was Ray Badron, I think it was. I was the act.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's good.
he's funny.
He's great. This was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Fuck.
Yeah. And he was like, "What do you do in that situation?" I was like, "I think what you did.
Yeah.
Just call it." Like, yep.
Because you can't go too hard on an old lady.
Yeah. Oh,
You fucking
You'll be in the
cunt.
grave soon. A lot quicker if you keep heckling. Jesus Christ.
I've had loads of heckles over the years, but it's like I just kind of try and get them out of my memory, so I don't.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I should
People
write
ask
them
you that
down.
all the time, don't you, after
Yeah.
gigs? Sorry, I've come in with absolute basic power. And how do you come up with your material, guys?
Your
No,
Was
funny
that
ideas.
true? Was that all true?
Because I do enjoy talking about like war stories and
Yeah.
comedy and like heckles and stuff, but it's just because of my thin skin, I'm like I cannot give any time to these awful people, so I just try and delete it from my memory.
Also, I feel like it's overrepresented. I think we've maybe spoke about this on here before, but it doesn't actually happen all that often.
Nah,
and it's usually just, even if it is bad, it's like they're trying to chip in. you
Yeah,
know what I mean,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
It's all
never
just
like
folk talking, in my experience. Just
Yeah.
folk talking. Just jam.
Yeah.
exactly.
It's rude, actually.
I had a woman in Fife last week basically just firing into me,
I've had that.
which was hard. That's hard to deal with.
Would you,
Yeah.
like, making, like, berating you?
No, trying to like get off of me.
Oh, right. Okay, that's what
that
I
is
thought
hard
first.
to deal with.
Yeah, like on stage, she's trying to do
Yeah,
this?
I'm trying to do my. I'm being sexually harassed in the workplace.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
I've
what's
had
happening.
that. Yeah, I've had that as well.
What was your one like?
It's all, and I've had that a couple of times. It's always in.
I have never had that.
Vlad McTavish has those. So.
I feel really left out.
It's always at Cross My Laugh at the South Side, and it's always like a middle-aged, like sort of
Steaming
40-year-old
middle-aged women.
woman
Yeah.
steaming. And I'll be
They're
like,
lethal.
oh,
Absolute bloodhound.
They
for
really are.
both of them.
yeah.
That's maybe the worst thing I've ever said.
And I would be like, oh, so like, I'm a small man, blah blah blah, and they'd be like, oh yeah, I like small men. Like, what?
Oh,
like,
God,
How are
pure,
you this horny?
yeah, for small
In
men.
public.
Chardonnay,
likes
man, it's a hell of a drug.
Fucking is.
And
Yeah.
she was like, she kept chipping in the whole way, like, oh yeah, like that sort of
Oh,
stuff.
golly.
Yeah,
That's
like
awful.
really.
That
That's-
turned me into an absolute demon. Oh, golly. It's awful, Stephen.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, I've got a girlfriend. She'd be like, boo. Okay. And then she came up to me after and she was like, yeah, I was really helping you out up there, wasn't I?
Oh
That was
my
great.
God.
I should try stand up.
You like you weren't helping me at all. You ever tried doing stand up with a stoner? Tried to put the mic back into it after my set. Oh, that's not a stand.
Wrong hole.
It's hard when it's positive though, because you're not expecting that. Any comment,
Yeah.
you are braced for combat, and you think it'd be. So
Yeah.
if it is like some horny middle-aged woman trying to go for you,
Yeah,
That's
and
weird.
you do get positive heckles as well. Like I've had people going, keep going. And I'm like, I'm
I'm
I'm not
literally
stopping.
I
I'm
wasn't-
stopping because of you.
yeah, I was stopping, pausing, meant to
Come
be for
on,
laughs.
faster, funnier.
Yeah, you could do it.
More, we're nearly there. I found that I did a gig in New York and they weren't a crowd, they were all like individuals and they kept answering rhetorical questions and that.
Nice.
They were just like, yeah. And you're like, what are you doing? I wasn't actually asking. And like, yeah, they were just all individually too supportive and it really threw me.
Yeah.
As a Scottish person,
Yeah,
it
it's weird,
it
isn't
did
it?
not vibe well with me.
Have you had like people taking things? I've heard like none of us are edgy comedians, but have you heard they've heard like a buzzword?
No, you've not heard my vibrator,
Of course, sorry.
which is full of buzzwords.
Heyo.
Oh God, I'm a dad now.
Which you are, which we'll come, on. But like, so I had like, I used to have a bit about living with a refugee, which is none of the jokes are against him. It's like I'm never punching down.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think. I don't know if you
No.
guys are
Absolutely.
With respect, it's hard for you to punch down, Steve.
Oh, come on,
that's
small
like-
jokes.
I'm a small man.
I actually like small men.
Turns you on.
Yeah.
So like I just said that living with a refugee, and we decided to take him in, and this person in the front row decided that was. I was saying like I fucking hate refugees or something because she
Wow.
was like, "Oh, you decided to take him in, did you?" And I was like, "Yeah, we decided to take him in." Oh, so you decided?
Well, yeah, we made a decision.
We made a decision to take him in. Okay, interesting. So you decided to take him in. So what is the word
Yeah,
decided?
like,
What's the problem
what
with
do you want?
decided? I don't know what. It was so fucking weird that was the word that she
What
was.
a crazy battle to pick.
Yeah.
You weren't forced. No.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you weren't forced to take him in. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So
what
it
did she
was so
want
weird.
to say?
I don't know. It was bizarre. And then I think once she heard
Because
me
just
getting
saying
into
that he
the
moved in sounds like it was against your will.
I forced
Yeah.
this guy to move in with me. He's like,
yeah, that's
"Oh,
fine.
fair enough. Good. Good. They need to be somewhere.
But have you ever had like pure people taking offence to like just on a buzzword and they've not listened to the context?
I did a bit about like years ago when I started out about a junkie guy on the bus that overheard him say something to these two old ladies. He was like, "You've obviously never tried heroin," because they said it was something daft. I can't remember what the women were talking about, and he leaned in and went, "You've never tried heroin." I laughed my head off at that. And so I used to tell that on stage, and then like I got like 2 jokes past that, and some women went, "That you shouldn't joke about that." And it was like something I think I was talking about, I don't know, like a cat or something. And I was like, "Well, cats?" And she was like, "No, heroin." And I was like, "What?" And she went, "You don't know how it ruins families." And I was like,
I've
What are
read
you
the
on
news.
about?
I'm
Yeah,
aware.
"This guy seemed pretty all right, to be fair." He was buzzing.
He was having a
Yeah.
laugh.
But she got so upset, and like the crowd turned on her fast.
Really?
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, fuck off." And I was like, "Well, no, she's obviously dealt with like a awful thing in her family. Like,
Yeah.
I get why she's upset,
Upset.
but I'm not making fun of heroin.
Aye.
It's just a very funny thing that a guy said on a bus."
Who was happened to take heroin?
Yeah, well, apparently, according
Yeah.
to him, his words, not mine.
Of course.
Yeah.
So like that's that I've had that as well, where that's an awkward thing because you don't really experience or like hear about a lot, where the audience can turn on someone as well, and you're like,
Sometimes they turn too much.
yeah,
And then
it's
you
like,
defend the heckler.
yeah, you don't want because they are in the wrong, but also it's like you don't want. Like,
Imagine
a
you
mad
didn't
mob.
defend the heckler and you just also piled
Yeah,
on.
well, yeah.
Well, let's fucking kill
Yeah,
him.
let's
just be horrible to this
Get
person.
him. Let's get him. If nobody says anything, we'll never get caught. Let's live out a fantasy. Come on. Fucking
I remember I was at the stand one like before I started doing stand up, and there was this guy sitting in front of me in an empty seat, and he was wearing like a black tie and all that. So he'd been at like a funeral, and we'd overheard him speaking to like someone else, and he was like, "Oh, who are you here with?" He's like, "No, I'm just myself." And he was like, "Oh," and just sitting next to this empty chair. He's like, "My brother was meant to come with, but he died, didn't he? So I just came along. I thought he'd like this."
Oh my god.
But he was fucking miserable the whole time. He
So
was
you
just like that.
decided to come along.
So you decided, did you? And he's miserable the whole time. I was hating the show. He was like,
Did he have a wee empty seat next to him for his
Aye.
brother?
Yeah, I think it was like
Crazy.
as if it was
They
like,
could have resold that suit.
it's selfish.
Yeah, it's very selfish, yeah. But like, you know that thing, I kind of briefly mentioned it, when people turn to their pal and repeat the
That
punchline
really
you just
fucking
said.
annoys me, I have to say.
Imagine him doing it to the empty chair. Ah.
He's saying about the vibration.
Yeah. Well, you know, therefore I'm sad again.
Aye,
It's a weird decision, isn't it?
I know. It's like it was a tenner or something. You know, you don't need to come along to
Who's
the
it?
show.
Elliot Steele was telling me he got a message on Instagram because he did a joke about suicide. Now, he is edgy. He's not like us.
Yeah.
He did some joke about suicide, and this woman was like, my dad committed suicide. Like, we've got his funeral next week. And like sent him this long message, and he was like, "Why did you come to a comedy gig? Like,
Yeah.
the week off?" And she was like, "Well, we had the tickets." And he was like, "Well, I'm sorry, but like,
That's on you.
yeah.
That's on
If you weren't ready to laugh." That's
Yeah.
it. But yeah, it was mad. I was like, "Oh my god, I couldn't deal with that." But he really doubles down. I think he thrives on that.
Yeah, I see. I hate the idea
Not
of
me,
that.
not me.
can't
Yeah, I would
do that.
not.
Yeah, I'm not gonna double
Be
down.
comfortable.
I'm
No.
gonna be like, sorry.
Oh, my
Yeah, I'll not do the joke ever again. I'll quit comedy. I'm sorry.
But yeah, briefly spoke about you're being a dad. You're a
Yeah,
dad now.
I am. It's horrible, man. I can't make any jokes. Any joke I make now, Laura's like, "Oh, you're such a dad."
Oh, like dad jokes. Or do you
Any
mean like
joke, I've never changed. I've been
you
the
were like
same
that the whole time.
goofball that I've always been.
you've had dad energy the whole time?
Yeah. So, but now, yeah, she just sees it all the time.
Right.
He's all right. He's 6 weeks old.
Young.
Yeah, don't love him yet, which is
No.
a thing I don't think gets spoke about enough.
I know it doesn't.
People say you just like have this like unfiltered love the second you see it. Not at all. Just a
Heavily
guy
filtered.
that lives in my house now. You were a better house
Like
guest,
me.
to be
Yeah,
honest.
thank you. Cheers.
You were. You didn't keep me up all night.
A couple of times.
Well,
Couple
yeah,
of
once
times.
or twice. Yeah, but that was a laugh, wasn't it?
Made them climb out the
You didn't.
window.
You also didn't make me wipe shite off you.
That's true.
I'm gonna say that was good. Or like, like, I'm thirsty. Can you feed me? I'm like, oh god, here we go, Stu. Have a wee beer.
That was good training.
Yeah. So he's all right.
all right.
He's not smiling or laughing or that yet.
I think once that
Yeah,
happens,
boring, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't hang out with anyone that's not like cracking jokes. And
I'm
stuff.
fucking trying him up. I'm dying on my arse in front of this
Doing your
kid.
best gear.
Yeah. It's just vibrators. And he's like, I don't know what that is.
It's just offensive, Daddy.
Yeah, actually, it's
Yeah.
not really cool. Even I know that. But you know, like
Very woke for you,
nothing
aren't
back. He's just like staring at me, and I'm like, I think once he smiles, I'm very needy, obviously.
what sort
So
of
am I.
bits are you doing to him?
Just faces and that.
Farts and
The
stuff.
farts, and he farts all the time, which is amazing. I did one wee bit. He was like sleeping like this, like he had his wee hands up like that, and I'm holding him. And so I was just doing like, I was pretending I was a preacher, and I was like, and God said unto his disciples, and I turned to him, and he's like, Hallelujah. He didn't like any of
That's
that.
good
yeah.
stuff.
I
Right
thought it
over
was
his
great.
head.
Yeah.
He was asleep
Wrong
though, yeah.
audience.
He was asleep, yeah.
So that's fine. Yeah.
But like, yeah.
If he was awake, he would have loved
The
it.
show must go on. you
Yeah,
know?
exactly. Don't let a sleeping audience member put you off.
Yeah, I can't. What other bits have been?
I've
doing?
done gigs
Loads.
where people have fallen asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last night I had 2 fall asleep.
Really?
Yeah, there was only 4 there. Nah, they were pretty pissed. But yeah, he's like nothing back yet. Like I'll have like wee toys and that, and like put them in front of him, and he doesn't even really look at stuff. Like sometimes he looks past me, and apparently that's just normal. They'll like
They
look at the ceiling.
light.
Yeah.
Quite a lot, I think.
So like I'm like talking to him, and he's just like looking. I'm like, you're fucking arrogant, actually, rude. but he's fine.
When did they start smiling and all?
Apparently 6 weeks.
Oh fuck!
I googled it.
Fucking clock's ticking.
I genuinely googled it, and I was like, "This is one of the saddest little googles of my life."
When my son loved me.
I was like, "Oh, that's going to be a private search. Nobody can find out about that." There was one like I just did it, and then after I did it, I was like, "Whoa, that is pathetic." I was like, "When is this going to get good?"
It's like a box set. You got to stick with it.
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
kids.
First season, get through that, and it's
Yeah.
all right.
But does your partner, has she got the whole lovey-dovey thing?
She is infatuated with him, yeah. And I made the mistake of saying to her that I don't love him yet. And so now she asks me like almost every day. She's
Do
like,
you
"Do you
love
love
him
him yet?" I'm like, "More than before, but still not
Yeah.
really." Because I don't want to lie and just be like, "Yeah," and fake
You
it.
don't want to peak early, either.
Nah, exactly.
Yeah. Is it not a thing that babies are meant to look like the dads, so the dads love them or something?
Well, he doesn't look like me either. He looks like her.
Ah,
He's
right,
starting to get a wee bit
that's why you
ginger
don't
hair.
love
Basically
him.
nothing in
Yeah,
it
it's
for
like
you.
nothing at all. He's starting to go a wee bit ginger at the back,
Oh, good
so we're
lad.
obviously going to have to start again. That one's not worked out, I'm afraid. Let's chuck him in the canal. It's just such an awful thing to say. I hope he never watches back any of this stuff. Like after,
Yeah, this is
going
going to stand the test of time.
Yeah.
Dad, I just found this thing called Some Laugh. Oh yeah. I remember that. Good podcast. Shame two of them died. Well, why did you say you chucked me in a canal? I don't know. I was just going for shock laughs. Okay.
Do you think that'll be a thing, like, in like 20 years' time, instead of like having well, you've got a special that you can show people, but
Yeah.
if you don't have that, it's just like episodes of podcasts.
Yeah.
Maybe
Maybe. I
that's
don't
shocking
know.
shit that we hadn't thought about at all.
Yeah.
That'll be the legacy.
Yeah.
That's what your future kids are going to watch.
I need to just do
Terrifying thought.
loads of podcasts so that it's all diluted
Yeah,
and they can't
drowns it
find
out.
anything bad.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm sure he will eventually.
it's weird, isn't it? Maybe you could just delete it. I
Do you
don't
want kids, Steve? Have we spoke about this?
know.
Someday.
Yeah.
That was the thing. I unplanned mine. We
Oh,
kind
was
of
it?
were like, well,
If it
case
happens, it
yeah,
happens. Yeah.
just happened a bit quicker than
What you
any of us
wanted.
wanted. Which is awful, but it sounds like he was a mix, but not at all. But I don't think you're ever going to be ready. I know that's such a cliched thing that folks say all the time, but like, yeah,
Thrown
definitely
into the
not.
deep end kind of thing.
It's such a big change straight away.
Did you read loads of books and all that?
I read one book, to be fair, the Dad's Survival Guide, which all the dad books are like that. They're all like
Is that a comedy book? No, is it?
there's like jokes in it,
Yeah.
to be fair. But all the dad books I got given is like the SAS Dad's Guide and like bro dads and shit like that. It's never just like a dad book.
Yeah, this is how you be a dad.
Yeah, it's like
That's why all our dads are so fucking weird.
yeah. Oh, 100%. But like, yeah, it's always like the Spartan dad trials. You're like,
Yeah.
no, I
How
don't
to
think the
spark
Spartans
out
were
your
great
kid.
dads at all. How to spark out your kid. Aye, it's so like, it's the same with like skincare stuff, you know, like, and even I seen like a yoga thing that was like some wrestler guy that does this yoga. Have you seen that guy? And I told my mate about it. And he was like, "Oh yeah, it's really good." I was like, "Why are you needing to do yoga with a big wrestling guy? Can you not just do it with Adrienne like the rest of us?" And he was like, nah. I was like, "Why is it always got to be like fight yoga?"
Yeah, masculine yoga.
Broga.
Yeah, broga is
Broga
not
is
bad
probably a
at
thing,
all.
right?
That's good.
I mean, if it's not, then it's patented. Yeah.
Trademark.
That's good stuff.
That's how I make my first million. Broga.
Broga.
Andrew Tate, broga. You seen his hair, man?
No?
Yeah, he's shite, innit?
It's started to come in because he's been in jail. And he kept saying he was bald by choice, but it's like, nah, you're not. We can see it. You look like George Costanza.
It's weird when you only ever know someone is bald and then they have hair. Like Scott Brown's pictures with him with hair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really
Very
weird.
strange.
that's right.
He was like proper skinhead the first like 15 years I was aware of him, and then suddenly you're like, fucking hell.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
grow
Scary.
hair. Yeah.
Well, loads of footballers now. I mean, Rooney was the famous one,
Yeah.
but he still looks pretty bad.
I mean, it's not transplants are getting better, I think.
Oh, the
but
transplants are. I just mean him
his
in general.
he looks fucking weird now. Have you seen him recently?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like
Yeah, he's filled
Ronaldo, like just slammed him out of nowhere. Remember that? Which is like that Wayne Rooney's a piece of shit, and Wayne's like, "What the fuck? Why are you going on
I'm
Piers
just
Morgan?"
eating takeaways in Derby. Fucking leave me alone.
Shagging grands, shagging grands, and smashing cans. What's wrong with that? Just
Just living my
trying to
life,
have a
man.
laugh. Yeah.
I sorry to go back to the dad stuff. If you don't want to talk about
No,
it,
no,
more,
I'm happy
Let's
to.
keep
Yeah.
quoting this baby off.
Yeah.
I wanted because I was talking to someone about this the other day as well. It's like they were like, "Would you, if your kid was being bullied at it, would you tell them to fight them back?"
I don't know that I would.
No,
No.
because I was like that. I probably stick up for myself, and then I was like, "I'm a shite bag. How
I'm one
can I
of
be
the, yeah,
telling
a
them?
huge shite bag.
How can I be telling them to
Just
batter people when
fucking get them, mate. I have a one with his dad. I don't want involved in any of that.
no, do what I do and hide,
Yeah, like just wait 20 years and then it'll all be all right.
tell jokes about
Use
it
it,
on
yeah,
stage.
use it.
Yeah,
as
yeah.
As
pain
material.
They'll
in their
be
mind.
shite and you'll be all right.
Yeah,
I remember being in art school and like not art school, but an art class in school. I remember being in art school.
Yeah, you've not got a very art
yeah.
school vibe.
I was never bullied. I was actually the bully at art school.
Every year they let in one jock just to keep everyone fucking level.
Aye, everyone behave. No, I was in art class and I remember some guy like smashed my wee clay thing or something like that was trying to make it, just punched it, and I was like, fuck's sake. And I remember thinking, I had such a vivid thought that I was like, you know, in like 15 years, that'll be your time. Now,
Yeah.
right now is not your time,
aye.
but it will be, and he'll be unhappy. And that gave me a warmth. So I'll maybe say that
What's
to my
he up
kids.
to
Yeah.
these days?
I seen him maybe 10 years ago, and he was like, "You got any kids?" And I was like, "No." When I'm having a laugh. But I think he's a bricky.
Right.
Yeah, piece of shit.
He smashes bricks down.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
We're gonna go
Yeah, smash down some houses, man.
big bad wolf. Fuck you, mate. He'd still kick my head in, I reckon.
Yeah,
Almost definitely.
I'd fancy any
Big
brick
brick
against you.
hands, yeah. Big calloused claws.
You've been using your pen to write your little jokes.
Well, I'm going to write a wee show about you.
the pen is mightier than the brick.
That's, well,
kind of
not in
vibe.
my experience.
Not if I'm putting money on it, William Hill.
Aye, so I don't know. It's like it's a bit of a minefield, all that, because I think the bullying these days is probably going to be social media,
Yeah,
and then you've got no like look
Are the
into
kids
that.
still doing bullying? Is that still going?
Apparently, they don't make fun of ginger kids anymore.
Oh, that's
I've
good.
heard.
Is that not annoying
It's
for you?
fucking bullshit. Yeah, was born in the wrong era.
why is that? Why are they not doing that?
It's right there. You don't see it.
What the fuck?
He's different. Make fun of him.
It's not that different. It's quite common, isn't it? Ginger
Hey, it's so like I guess.
in Scotland.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, 10%, in it, something like
That's
that.
a lot.
Yeah, but yeah, somebody told me that, and I was like, oh man. But yeah, I just feel like wrong era for me, because most people when they're like, oh, I was born in the wrong era, they mean they want to be the Great Gatsby.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah,
Yeah.
I wanted to be born in 2020
I want to be 6 weeks
Yeah.
old now.
with all the knowledge that I had.
So what they making fun of now then?
I don't know.
If they do like wee shite.
Your TikTok
TikToks.
dance is shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you've 1-2 step there when you should have 1-2-3 step. I have no idea.
Yeah. I guess online bullying is a huge thing that we never really had to deal with.
Yeah.
But also it's I don't want to sound like a mad old fucking like boomer or whatever, but it's like you can block them and then it's like
Yeah.
over, do you know what I mean? Is that
Yeah, I guess so.
I guess you can block them, but
this
then
is
you
all
got them at
advice
school.
we should be giving to ourselves. You know, like when
Yeah.
you read those bad comments, just block them and
Yeah.
move
Just
on.
block them,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
The
yeah.
fucking thin skin pod's got some blocking tips.
That's what I do. I block all my
Do you know what you should do next time you get a bad comment? You should batter them, stick up for yourself. Go down, I'll speak to their dad. He's fucking putting bad comments on our videos. Your boy. My boy's 36. I will.
Aye.
You raised him wrong.
Well, it's getting a knuckle sandwich.
yeah.
in. Imagine you actually battered the fuck out of somebody because they commented a wee I don't like
This
this.
was
so-
shit.
Yeah. You battered them.
Square go.
I mean, there's some comics out there that probably could do that.
Yeah.
I would love to be one of them, and it's not in my
so
wheelhouse.
it's weird
at
when you
all.
see a hard comedian, isn't it?
Yeah, you're like, what are you
Doesn't
doing?
add up.
Yeah.
What's like? Why you can't be hard and funny?
It shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah, and if they're good looking as well, I'm like, nah, that's it.
The
Yeah.
all
much.
three.
Too much. Because there is a couple of them for sure.
Mm.
So
Aye. It's
not
Milo
natural.
McCabe's really hard. You know, Troy Hawk.
And a good looking guy.
Yeah.
you know?
yeah, and funny.
Triple threat.
And really funny. Fuck's sake.
But yeah,
And successful now.
yeah.
The only because a few years ago you're like at least it's not successful, but
Yeah.
but now he's smashing it.
Yeah, I seen him boxing once, and he did a cage fight like last year.
Did he?
Yeah, he got knocked out, I think. But I mean, still, I don't think I'd ever go in a cage fight. Paul Smith's doing a cage fight soon.
Is it?
Yeah, in like November or something like that.
What is it? Wait, because there's that boxing thing. I think is it Kai that runs a mad punk.
He
punch
did
drunk?
the comedy boxing to raise funds for a kid with cancer. That
Oh,
was
that's-
maybe like 8 years ago or something like that.
Well, that's fair, but
Yeah,
That's fair. It's a big of you to admit that.
yeah.
but it's like
I'd
what's
have just done a gig, I reckon.
Have a
aye.
whip round.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Let's do a fundraising gig. Why do we have
No
to
one needs to get
learn
punched
to
in the
fight?
head.
Yeah.
The reason why we're doing stand up is because we couldn't fight. That's the
Exactly.
whole
That's
reason.
the one reason.
That's the
If I
only
could
reason.
fight, man, I would not be sat here. I'd be in the fucking jail, man.
You're keeping quiet, Stu. Can you fight?
No, of course not.
Oh, good. Thank God. I thought you
not,
were
never.
like quietly
It's just like-
confident.
No,
like,
just I'm like, if this fucking cooks off, I'm ready to
These
step
two
in.
keep fucking talking. I'm going to clip their ears.
Trap these two.
that's a daft.
It just
comment.
makes me guys, guys.
Fuck.
They're getting right on my
Clip your ear.
wick.
What did I say to someone the other day? I was drinking. I was well oiled, and I went, "Oh my god, what the fuck has happened?" Just looked down, and I was wearing Crocs. I was like, "Ah!" It's all went wrong.
It really makes me laugh being grown adults and talking about fighting and stuff. It really
Aye,
makes me
aye.
laugh. Just so wee guy.
Yeah,
class.
100% wee guy.
Like me and my flatmate at the minute, we're gonna get another flatmate, I think, and we just need to get some random, I think. And we're trying to like think like who'd be the perfect candidate. And the only thing we agreed on that it would need to be someone that we could both battle. In case it ever came to it.
Trivia as well. That's so,
Yeah.
we need to. That's so funny.
Till you can gang up on them.
Like
Is it-
the wee advert in the paper.
Yeah.
Must be a wee
Calling all
specky guy.
wimps. Yeah.
Calling all wimps.
You were saying in the car you wanted an old lady to move
Well,
in
that
with
was
yous?
my pitch. I think it'd be funny to
Oh,
be like
perfect.
two 29-year-old guys
You could
in their
batter an
prime
old
and some
lady.
old lady. I could batter almost every old lady.
Oh, almost every.
Untested theory, but
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
there's some old ladies.
There's
I
some
would-
out
I
there
would
that
not
would do
back.
it. Yeah.
You'd back
Yeah.
because there's those wee stupid things online like would you rather batter 100-year-olds or 109-year-olds or
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
the
yeah.
fucking thing is.
Yeah.
Do you think you could batter like 100-years easy peasy?
I think I could kill almost an unlimited amount of 100-year-olds. I could be like Harold Shipman with my fists, I think, if it came down to it. But that's more on their fragility at the
Yeah,
end of their
it'd
life.
be difficult for you as well because they'll all be horny for you. Oh, hello, son. I like a younger man. Yeah, you're making this really hard.
Someone was at that gig with their gran last night, which was weird.
Oh, really?
You don't see a lot of that, do you?
No,
No.
grannies at gigs.
Yeah.
I brought my
Mary,
granny a
shout out.
screening once, but that's the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
She's asked to go to gigs, and I'm no.
Yeah, my nan and papa used to come to the Fringe show,
Really?
and like there was some stuff that I was talking about that I was like, you should not know this about your grandkid. At
Yeah,
all.
no, not at all.
Like drug stories and shagging and all that. Like when I started out.
I just like to think that old people are all deaf anyway, so they don't or they can't hear.
Yeah,
even
yeah.
if they're sitting right in front of me, they're like they can't hear this. That's fine.
Yeah, I was stood behind the curtain. Of my,
That's my toxic opinion.
yeah, I was behind the curtain at my second show, and it was in Gilded. You know, it was literally just a curtain, and you hear everyone coming in. I heard my nan say, "This is our grandson's show."
Oh, no.
To the person next to her.
Wait
and I
till
was
it
like,
goes
"Oh,
well."
God." And she was in like the second row. I was seeing her the whole time, and I was like, "Oh God, this is awful."
Fuck's sake. One of the worst gigs I've ever done at the Fringe was when my mum and auntie came and they were telling everyone in the queue that oh, that's my son. And everyone was like, oh, it's going to be good. And it was, I fucking died
Oh,
from
no.
the start. Like, no laughs at all.
Solo show.
Solo show.
Your
at
mum's
the
just
Fringe.
sitting in the crowd. Like,
Nah, we came into the wrong show, actually. That's not my son. Like, because as soon as I went out, the guy in the front row was like, oh, I know your ma. And I was
Oh,
like, oh,
God.
do you? And she's like, aye, she was telling us that she's up there. She was telling. And then I was like, threw me straight away.
that
and
would
then,
throw you, I reckon.
And then I was trying to do a line, and it was like that, just nothing. And then I went into the show, and it was nothing the
This
whole
is
time.
horrible, Steve.
I don't think
Worst
any
gig, worst gig.
stranger saying to you, "I know your ma," is ever a good
No.
thing.
No, it's not.
I never need to hear that you know my mum.
No. I hope she knows one person, and it's my dad, and
Yeah,
that's
like, and I don't need him telling me either.
it. I know your ma. Don't
Yeah.
that's too much.
Yeah, it's ominous as well.
Yeah. Aye, it's such a lingering thing to say.
Aye, how do you
Ma.
know?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm thinking about that all day.
yeah.
I was thinking about it all gig for an hour.
It's funny when you're on stage, but you're thinking about something else. 'cause
Oh,
yeah.
Someone said something fucking weird to you at the start or something.
Yeah. I never let stuff go either. Like, it always just plays in my head. I
Yeah.
don't know what that is. Like, I was walking the dog just round the block the other day, and he's too friendly, right? And he just runs up to everyone. And he run up and he, like, kind of wriggles down on the ground at first. Like he goes all pathetic,
Yeah.
and the guy's just standing smoking, and he doesn't like. He's just looking at the dog with pure disgust. I was like, he is a bit pathetic. And then the dog gets up and like jumped like up, like put his paws up on him, and I was like, "That's fucking down." And then I went over. And I was like, "Oh, sorry, mate. He's just a bit friendly." I was like, "He didn't mean anything." And he went, "I don't really need a dog jumping up on me, mate." Right? And I went, "I said fucking sorry."
It was too fucking late.
Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, what do you want me to?" And I like walked around.
He's
the
acting like
corner.
you've gone, Harris, jump on that
Yeah,
man.
get him, take him, yeah. But I think that was maybe 4 months ago, and I've thought about it every week since then. Like, I wish I just went, "Oh fuck!" I wish if I would have battered him. I reckon
Yeah.
if
Really
I had it in me.
dickish response.
Like I'd
That
already
is-
said sorry. I was like, I don't know what to do here, mate. Sorry. Like, and it was late. I didn't think anyone would be around, so he was off the lead. So maybe I should have had him on, but I was like, fucking hell.
But it's not as if he fucking attacked him or something.
Nah,
It's like,
he just wanted a wee scratch.
aye,
Like, you can't be mean to a dog, man.
nah.
Nah, it's a
Piece of
bad
shit.
sign of someone if they're mean to
But Laura
animals.
was with me, and like I said to her maybe a month afterwards, I can't stop thinking about that guy. And she's like, "What guy?" And I had to re-describe the situation, and she went, "Oh, why are you still thinking about that?" I was like, "I don't know, but I can't stop thinking about it." And sometimes I'll walk around there in the hopes of seeing him again, so I can like get my
You can
revenge.
jump on
I
it.
don't know what would happen. I'd probably just be like, "All right, mate," and that's
Yeah.
it.
You
in my
say some really
head.
witty thing you've had 4 months crafted in
Yeah.
your head, and he's like, "Who are you?"
Sorry.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have bacon on your trousers. The guy's like, what?
What?
You not remember when the dog? Nah. All right. Good. Sorry.
See you later.
Sorry.
Bye.
I'll see you in 4
Good
months.
chat.
I'll have a better
I'll
response.
wait till you
next
get. I'll get you good. Imagine that guy then comes to see it at a show. The fucking guy with the dog. Your dog jumped up at me. That'd be me. I'd be like, all right.
Your mum's going, "That's my son." You go,
Yeah.
"That's that cunt from the park."
I know your mum. Ah! He's found my kryptonite.
I hope he's a listener, that guy. A
So did I.
listener.
So, Dad, because let me know. I'll tell you
Hates
right now.
dogs, loves us.
Yeah.
I honestly, loads of stuff like that I just never stop thinking about.
Yeah.
Like when me and Mark went to see Steve Coogan doing Alan Partridge. I spoke about this in the last thing I was on, but I got a photo with him afterwards, and he did not want to take the photo. And my face in the photo is just like staring.
I've seen the photo. It's,
It's
bad.
so
It's
bad.
not
It's
good.
so
What
bad.
you
I'm
did?
just like that, like because I'm so embarrassed by him being like. I went, can I get a photo? Because I seen somebody else get a photo, so I went,
Yeah.
he's sound with it.
He's open to it.
And I went, can I get a photo? And he went, And I went, you don't have to. If you're... And he went, no, quickly. And so we take it, but I'm
That's
still
never
reeling.
the noise you want, is it?
Nah.
And I could do with less successful comedians jumping on that.
I was still reeling from the ass. So in the photo, I'm just like, oh no. It's not even a good photo.
No, it
like,
looks like a meme format.
yeah, I'm just like my face is it's sad Harold eyes on me. I'm just like, oh god. But I think about that all the time as well. I just can't ever let anything go.
Yeah, I'm really bad for it. If I say the wrong thing or something, I'm thinking about that all day long.
Yeah.
Or even like usually
Yeah.
it's actually fine and it's all in your head, but just like
It's all-
you know when something comes out
almost
wrong,
fine.
the tone, you're like, oh. Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Nobody else is thinking about it. That's
Yeah.
the thing. But I can't tell
But
myself
then
that.
sometimes people say that all the time, and then sometimes like my pal have said something stupid, and I am thinking about it. Do you know what I mean? And I am.
Yeah, if they brought it up and
days
you're like-
later, I'm still thinking about it, and I think
Stu, remember when I said hello instead of hello? And you're like, oh yeah. Oh,
I'll
yeah,
never
yeah.
forget. I'm taking
I've
that
got
to
it
the grave.
tattooed with a date. I don't know what that is, and I'm worried that that's the thing. You start thinking about the bad stuff you're going to pass on to your kid as well. And I'm like, it's probably anxiety and depression. Good luck, bud.
Have fun.
I reckon that's what the kids bully for as well. They'll really go
Yeah.
psychological these days.
Aye.
I don't think the
They know too
bullying.
much now, don't they?
Yeah, that's it. They're too aware of themselves, so I think the bullying's probably way worse than it was.
Yeah, it's cuts
You're not
to the
making
core.
fun of ginger people, but you're getting something that really psychologically bugs people.
That'll give you trauma for the rest of your
Yeah,
life.
yeah.
Fuck.
100%. Well, good luck to you, mate. Enjoy all that.
I was at the John Mulaney gig in London last week, and
Oh, yeah?
just because you're saying that you'd seen Steve, well, so it was Steve Coogan's show, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So it's different, but I didn't meet John Mulaney, but Jon Snow from Game of Thrones, Kit Harington was in the audience.
How
And
tall is he? Is he a short guy?
Now he's like just a tiny bit taller than me.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
was like, this is class.
I love that because it was the same with Santi Cazorla. I used to always go, I could be a footballer, man.
Yeah.
Because he's like 5.
I was like, I could
5.
fucking defend the wall.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
He's a leading man now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah,
I mean, so
short
Tom,
guy.
Tom Cruise ran so we could crawl.
Aye, but I think he's slightly taller than what people give him credit for. He's small
he?
for Hollywood. but
Right.
I think he's still like 5'9" or something maybe.
That's not bad, man.
It's all right.
I'd kill for
I'd kill
5'9".
for
I'll go for 5'9" and I'm 5'8". I'd kill 100 grannies for 5'9". Not even thinking about it.
But I've Kit Harington, and it was at the show you had to put your phone in the pouch thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, I was like just about to ask for a photo, and then I was like, it's in a pouch, so I can't take a photo. So I was just like, and then I just kind of.
Oh my god, Stevie.
I don't think he heard me because he was talking to his pals, but it was
Yeah.
like in my head, I was like, if he saw that, that's the most humiliating thing.
Yeah.
Because it was on the way back to the seat, and I was like, this is a great opportunity. He's standing there, and no one else was around. My girlfriend was at the bar getting his drink, so I was like, this is great. So I was like, and then he was just kind of like waiting for his pal, and I was like, I'll just leave.
Yeah.
Thank fuck.
Oh,
I don't.
man.
He probably did hear it. I don't know.
I'd seen
Pretend I didn't.
Joe Dempsey, who was Gendry in Game of Thrones. I seen him at the Fringe just
Oh,
kicking
aye.
about. And I was with Sloss, and he was like, fucking hell, there's Gendry from Game of Thrones. And I was like, we got to get a photo with that guy. It was like Game of Thrones at the peak of its powers. And I was like, everyone will go up for the Game of Thrones thing. So I got out IMDb.
Some short film.
That's what he was in Skins.
What a wanker's
And I was
trick.
like, Joe, I loved you in Skins. He went, nobody ever says Skins. I was like, I've never seen Skins. Not one episode. I was like, yeah. And then I was like, do you mind if we get a photo? He was like, oh, totally, man. He was so nice about it. He's like,
That's
it's
a
like
good
Skins.
plan.
That's
Nobody
great.
says Skins.
Should I said that to Steve Coogan, like I loved you in fucking some Philomena or whatever, like some.
He would
The
love
other
that.
guys, I thought you were great in that.
He's done some shite as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, yeah.
Loved you in The Wind and the Willows.
Classic tale. Philomena, was that the one you just said?
That's, yeah,
I
Steve
said
said
that.
that. I've not seen that yet.
I've not seen it. Was it shite?
I don't know. I've
It's
not even
like a
seen it. I just said,
serious
it's so
movie.
bad.
It's so bad,
I just
isn't
jumped on you. It's shite, innit? I've never seen it at all. I love Skins.
I did quite like Skins.
I
No,
liked
I'd never
Skins back
seen
in the
never
day.
seen
My
a
school
bit of it.
experience wasn't anything like
No,
Skins.
me neither. It was very not relatable.
Yeah.
Skins.
They were all like doing drugs and shagging and that.
Yeah.
Doing
I wasn't
drugs,
doing any of that.
shagging,
Nah.
stole a coffin one time.
Never
I've never
done that.
done of
Because they
that.
were like
Never done that.
artsy kids, right, in that show. Like they're all kind of like.
I imagine if you
cool,
watched it back, you'd be like,
hipster-y.
I fucking despise every single person. on
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Yeah, they were all
Because the
cunts.
people that were doing drugs and shagging in my school weren't like artsy and cool. They were
Bams.
bams,
Yeah.
yeah.
They were low lifes.
Yeah.
That's a
100%.
great slagging. I'm going to bring that back.
Pond scum.
Yeah, real low life.
I actually think I was thinking this today. Like, there's something to be said for the scum having the kids young, because it's having a baby is a lot like having a hangover. Like, I can't deal with the late nights anymore. Like I'm getting up and I feel like shit. But
You
if I was
should-
16, I'd be feeling pretty
Should
good.
you have done it younger, do you think?
I think 16 is the ideal time. You know, when you're 16, you drink all day, you wake up, you're fine. I wake up now after a night with a baby and I'm like, I'm fucking wrecked. I can't do this. Up till 3 every night.
Yeah, fuck
Not
that.
ideal.
Do you sort of resent people like me and Steve now that are just hungover? Does that annoy you?
Nah, because I'm still hungover.
Yeah, yeah, it's a double.
Yeah.
So you're both, you're hungover and a
Yeah.
dad.
Like it's funny because like you know like when they're so delicate. I don't know. Do you a baby holder guy?
I've held.
Yeah,
I've
yeah, I've
a
held.
baby.
I'll
You
hold
held.
again.
Yeah.
I've changed that one nappy.
Have you?
Yeah,
Good for you, mate.
because I was watching my niece for like 3 hours and she fucking went during that period of time, so I had to
Yeah,
do it.
It's not that bad a nappy. It's all right. It's all business.
Yeah,
I time myself now like I'm a Formula One pit driver. There we go, mate. But because when it's a
It
tiny
does
little
scare me
baby,
sometimes.
a lot of film they change in the first one and it's like 7 minutes long, and now it's like minute and a half, and I'm like,
Nice.
there we go. I've shaved
minute and a half.
6 minutes off my time,
Rapid.
something
That's
like that.
great.
Yeah, but
Fastest nappies in the West.
See, because you're wiping
I
someone
mean, he's
else.
not clean, but he's got a new nappy on.
He's got more shit on him somehow.
Aye, but that's what I was going to say. Because you're cleaning someone else's arse, you're like, it doesn't really matter, doesn't it? But you're like that, and that's
Aye,
fine.
that's
For
fine.
me, I'm in there for like an hour, like
that's gonna be
bleeding. Yeah,
Another week of Steve's arse problems on this podcast.
that's why I went to the
Recurring
doctor in
theme.
the first place. But
Big nappy.
Because they're so small and delicate. At first, I used to hate holding babies, and it's funny they are more like stronger than you realize.
Nappies?
Yeah, well, sometimes. Yeah. No, the baby. Like at first, I used to hold them like all delicate, but it took like 3 days before I was holding one handed and I had a pint in my hand. And I remember I took him. I think he was a week or two old, maybe a week and a half. And I took him to the stands because I was on, and I was backstage holding one
You
hand.
got to get
with
them
a beer.
supporting live comedy, young.
Aye,
yeah,
totally.
did you take him on stage?
Nah, God, no. He didn't even go out and watch.
You're not considering it if you.
I don't need that negative energy. I know what he's like.
It's like you always focus on the one person though laughing at a gig. Imagine just looking at your baby
Your
son at the
infant
back,
son,
like, fuck's
looking through you.
sake.
Yeah.
Fuck. Why are you not laughing?
Yeah, so I didn't bother taking him out, but I enjoyed backstage, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't take any of it. I don't know why I lied.
I
Again,
don't know.
I'm a
Because
compulsive liar, apparently.
babies could do like sign language and shit these days.
What?
Are you teaching? Well, kind of babies. I say like 1-year-olds and stuff.
Do you mean monkeys? Because of that story this
The
week
gorilla?
we covered on the.
no,
radio.
genuine babies. Baby sign language,
Alright.
innit?
I don't know.
You're a dad.
I don't know everything about babies, mate.
You got you on as a baby
Yeah.
expert.
No, that's a thing. Like, 'cause remember, did you ever watch the classic Meet the Fockers?
The classic.
Oh, yeah, of
I've seen
course.
Meet the
yeah.
And
Fockers.
they're doing that. Like, that means like feed me or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they can do. You can teach them to do that, and then you know what they want.
All right,
Yeah, right.
I was just
Oh,
going to
yeah.
say, are you going to do that? But you didn't
Nah,
know about it.
Not at all. I want them dumb for a long time. Dumb and happy, that's why I want my kid.
I mean, he's not even happy.
Nah, exactly. I'll take half's good enough. He's dumb for sure. But I'd rather he was ignorant than like
Yeah,
a laugh.
smart.
Yeah. I don't want to be smart, neurotic kid.
Correcting you at the dinner table
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah.
Dad, no. I spoke about that. I was like, how, like your parents and grandparents are stuff like they don't call it the Chinese, and you're embarrassed by that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm wondering what my thing's going
They've
to be.
seen Rush Hour.
Yeah. Because obviously there's going to be something that my kid's like, ugh, that was so
Yeah.
old fashioned.
Yeah, your sort of boomer language.
Yeah. I've been trying to like figure it out on stage a little bit, and I said I think it's probably like stuff I've done with animals that they'll be like, that's not on.
Stuff you've done.
It's like a fucking drowned cats or something. I just mean like, remember you won your first pet at the fair, like you had
It
a
was a
fish in a
goldfish.
bag and that. They'll probably
Yeah.
be like, that was disgusting. There's like, I went to an elephant sanctuary in Thailand, and
Petted one.
more than that, I rode one.
Oh, did you?
I don't think that any other sanctuary you can ride the thing. You can't go to a nun sanctuary and ride the nuns. That's the one thing.
Unless
You
you're
can't
really-
ride a nun at all.
Yeah.
That's their one thing, their rule.
That's the only
That's their
thing
whole
you can
bit.
do.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Yeah, you can do anything else with it, party tricks and that. But so it must be something like that. I don't know.
That's a good point about like fish. But I mean, you're like 4 years old or whatever when you get a fish in a bag
Yeah.
from a fun fair. So you can't be.
It's the only game at the fun fair that wasn't rigged. Do you know what I mean? Like every other
They
one
were
where you're
giving
trying
away
to.
those
Yeah.
fucking
I
fish.
couldn't get rid
Yeah.
of them quick enough. those
Yeah.
fish.
They must have had a warehouse like fucking.
Jesus Christ.
I made a poor investment here.
Because they all only lasted like 3 days as well.
Aye,
So
because you were on the fucking waltzers with them and that. Hey, fishes up against the bag. Like, oh, why did it not live long?
that's true. Yeah, probably giving it a heart attack.
Yeah, it's a lot more sort of amplification of like how it is hard it's for rescue dogs and stuff nowadays. But rescue goldfish, there's silent on that matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Must be a guy when they banned that with a warehouse full of goldfish. Like, that's fucking ruined.
Fuck.
I am
Financially
so fucked.
I'm trying to
Like, I
put
told
all
you you
my
shouldn't have
money
got
in
them.
goldfish in bags.
I'm ruined.
Cash for goldfish. Man.
Because I mean, how they must have travelled around with them as well. Because like fairs move about. There must have been one thing with just all the fish in it.
Yeah. Do you think?
It's a horrible thought.
Yeah.
I mean, there must have been times where they've been giving out dead goldfish because they're like, oh, well, they're all
Aye,
dead
aye,
in transportation.
That's him doing a wee trick.
I sleeping.
The easiest game. Just
What
hook
was-
a duck, fucking take.
Oh,
one.
was it the ducks that you won
yeah,
the
you hook
goldfish?
the duck,
Was
and
it?
then if it had a wee star underneath, you won a prize. But it was
They've all
almost,
got stars.
Every single one had stars.
Aye, it was a game for literal 3-year-olds to just be like, "Boop." And sometimes they'd help you. They'd be like, there you go, fucking there it
Take
is.
the
yeah.
duck.
I
Do
need
you
to
still
rid of
get
these
that? They're
fish.
still giving away goldfish?
No, they
Is that
banned
what-
it.
Oh, it's been banned. Sorry.
Yeah. That's what I mean. That some guy
Right.
must have tons somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, right. Sorry, I missed
Yeah,
that. When you said it.
Just
Well, that's a problem for that lasts a week, and then he's like, "Oh, fine."
it's just one big toilet. All right, just 1,000 more to go.
I've got a new venture as a restaurant, and let's just say I wouldn't order the fish curry.
You
Crazy
used to
days.
do some raps back in your day as well. I wanted to speak about this.
Oh, right, yeah.
I used to be a wee gimp as well, so
Well, I wouldn't call myself a gimp, but
It's funny. I had a pint with a pal Ross Sayers, the author, and we were talking about this how like new words will become problematic and stuff like that. And he's certain that gimp within our lifetimes you won't be able to call somebody a gimp.
I
Really?
believe that because it's like yucking somebody's yum, innit?
What?
What?
Well, some guys like being gimps. Like,
Oh, like
it's
kink shaming?
it's kink shaming. That's what I meant.
What did you
Instead
say?
of yucking your yum.
Imagine that's your son's first word.
Yuck or yum?
Both.
Yeah. Dad, don't yuck my yum. Oh my god, I'm wiping your ass.
Have you been watching, son? Have you been watching podcasts again?
Yeah, that kink shaming is the scientific term, I guess.
Yeah.
I prefer don't yuck my yum.
Is that what they used to say before kink shame was a
I don't know.
I
That's
think
what I've always
back
said.
in the 50s?
Yeah. Hey, don't yuck my yum.
Just someone dressed in a fucking gimp.
Yeah, you're
mask.
right. I think gimp will
Gimp could
definitely be
could
it.
be on the way
yeah.
out. We'll see.
Do you think?
Apparently, you can't say junkie anymore.
Yeah, well, when you
It's
said it
derogatory.
earlier, I thought, man, I don't know.
We're going
really?
to bleep that out.
Shit.
Yeah.
What do
I
you
said
say?
whore during a bit
You
where
did,
I was
yeah.
trying to be.
Well, I was also
deliberately-
doing a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
I
And he,
said-
hey, yeah, fair
I
enough.
probably
I'll say things when I'm
I've said
proud of.
something bad as well. This podcast, we can't be proud of this episode. I don't
This,
think.
this is a Patreon one, right? It's going behind the paywall.
This is-
Yeah, they need to pay $6,000 to hear
Yeah.
this.
I love that. That's the worst thing I said. I also said I wanted to get rid of my son because we need a new one because he's ginger.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
That was
That's
alright.
fine.
Everyone was fine with
It's my-
that,
it's
but
my
when you
guy.
said junkie, that's what we're cancelling you for.
Right, fair enough. It's only recently I found out about not being able to say that, and I was like, really? I didn't know.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a new one on me.
Well,
But it's
that's-
it's classist, really, I suppose, isn't it?
But it's
Yeah.
against
And
people who
sounds
take
like I think
heroin.
that all
Yeah,
working
it's-
class people are junkies.
But it's,
I don't
yeah, it's
think that's
classist
all.
if you say that, innit? But it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's a loaded word that suggests bad connotations. of
Right, I
like,
got you.
This
Like
is a,
gimp.
this is a drain on society, kind of like this is a a morally
right.
bad person. I would say is within that word.
I would say the connotation is just that because
Is
junk is a nickname
It's
for
heroin, innit?
heroin.
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
Well,
it?
yeah, sure, that's how it starts. But I think people are really talking up junkies, are they? They're like, "Ooh, I love junkies." It's
Oh,
never
he's,
that
no,
tone.
he's got
Friends-
some junk
it's
over
so
there. He's
friendly.
a good guy.
Whereas if
What
you've got
about
like a
Alki?
middle class friend that's got a coke problem or something, you're not calling them a junkie.
Yeah,
probably
'cause
not.
it's
It's calling them an
not
asshole.
It's a
Junk.
classist thing, I think.
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, cokehead.
Wait, is alky also problematic then? Surely,
Alki.
That'll be on
I
its
don't
way
know.
out. If
That's
it's
on
not
the way out,
already.
sure.
fucking alky bastards.
But I think
JK.
Alky, JK, yeah.
This is
JK.
just a fucking performance of things
Yeah.
that we'll get cancelled for in the future.
Here's all the things.
Yeah.
We're actually preempting them. We're being like, look, we know this is bad.
Alki's fine for now, I think.
Yeah, probably.
I think you need to check that
But
one month
alcohol
to
is
month.
a disease. You know, alcoholism's a disease.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it
yeah.
ruins people's lives. It's a
God,
terrible
this has
thing.
got very serious. So, would you fight 100 grannies or?
I think Alki's a funny word though.
It's a funny one.
Yeah, alky. It's the K. I quite like the K.
K
Yeah.
sounds always good.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know about Gimp. I think that's fine. They're all freaks.
Gimp, I want to. Gimp's so fun to say, so I want to
Oh,
say
it's
that
so
as
good.
often as I can.
Wee
while I
Gimp.
still can.
There's nothing better than calling somebody a wee
you
Gimp.
fucking
A wee
specky
Gimp.
wee Gimp.
But
Yeah,
it's
because I
actually-
think kink shaming's always fine.
yeah. I was saying that there's because I think the kinks that people keep kind of private, like fair enough, they're doing. But see the foot people, they're very out there.
Yeah, foot fetish.
They're very open with it.
Wiki feet. We've spoke to Roscoe about this. He's on
Yeah,
Wiki
he's on
feet.
Wiki.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Someone's taken a screenshot of his feet and put it on this database for people
I
jacking.
don't imagine that Roscoe's got great wee feet.
No,
No,
stinking
those feet have
feet.
seen some stuff.
yeah. Proper hoofs on that boy.
Yeah, we should get back to. I'm sitting
rapping.
next to two premier rappers.
That's
yeah?
right, baby.
Of course, yeah. Away from the feet stuff. So yeah, so you wrote your own raps and
I
stuff.
did, yeah. The one that I found, it was like a love rap song.
I love rap.
Yeah,
song.
yeah.
Like an R&B song or
sweet.
like
No, I'm rapping,
gangster rap.
and I used to put on like quite a hard voice. So it's like ba 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 ba, right? So it's like I fucking love you and all that. But I did, yeah, that was my second Fringe show. I spoke about that and I like broke down all the lyrics, and some of it was not good.
What did you do an American accent or did you do a
No,
Scottish
I
accent?
kind of did a Scottish one. I was like, eh. But Scottish rap's kind of cool now. Again, I'm born in the wrong time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even I guess it's a Scottish cringe thing, but anytime I hear Scottish rap, I'm still like, come on,
Still
guys.
not used to it.
I'm not used to it yet. Do you like it?
Some of it's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some really good ones, but I'm not listening to it loads.
Nah.
I'm the same. Like, yeah,
Is there any like in the charts?
nah,
It's still fairly niche, I think.
yeah. We'll maybe get there one day. 'Cause, well, I mean, grime for ages. Like, I remember, like Americans would listen to it and be like, "What the fuck
What
is
the
this?"
fuck is this?
But then
Now
they've
it's really
started
cool.
to quite like it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, that's like in my lifetime. So maybe in 15 years.
Yeah. Do you think
There'll
there'll be a
fucking ginger
pioneer?
Gimp rapper.
Yeah,
Did you have a name? A rap
G
name?
tip.
G-Tip.
Yeah.
Wow.
I put my name into a rap name generator, and that's what came up.
Accepted the first thing.
Yeah, well, I did a couple. I did a few. Yeah, it was like, I'm not going to be
G-Spot. You're like, that's too much.
MC Gimp. Yeah, I'm not doing that. But yeah, G-Tip, and then
G-Tip.
I didn't know about Q-Tip at the time, so that's obviously what it's given me. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh man, I'm never going to make it.
I mean, what about like you could have been Wu-Tang Clan?
That's not bad.
That's pretty good.
That's not bad at all.
What
God.
was your rapper name, Steve?
DJ Cash.
DJ Cash.
DJ Cash.
I wasn't sure. Because in my mind, DJ.
Yeah,
Do you want to walk us through that one again for the people in the back?
Well, DJ Cash was a bit of an umbrella term for all my my musical endeavours.
Yeah.
So I was a PC DJ. I done a couple of one diss, a couple of disses maybe.
Who were you dissing?
I can't say his name. It's a guy who's tormented me for years.
All right.
Imagine you didn't know the name of his musical projects and I was dissing G-Tip and he had no idea. till
Yeah. Wait,
They
you're
finally
G-Tip?
We've got beef.
We've been on a forum. I was on a lot of rap forums back in the day. And
Are
you
you?
would do like text battles with each other.
Really?
Yeah, it was
It's just like
pretty-
a rap battle, but you've got time to think about it.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, not good at all.
Did
But
you
that-
ever do any public performances?
No, but I did that show in New York, so like I got to rap in New York, and I remember going, man, 16-year-old me would be blown away by
Creaming
this.
yourself?
Yeah.
That's cool.
But nah, I never did anything public. I did some. Oh God, oh no! I did some like MC work at this like hip hop club thing.
Did
It
you?
was like an under. So I'd be
How old
like,
are you?
I must have been 17 at this point. It's too old to. I
So
knew
you-
better. Do you know what I mean? Right.
So like I guess my only reference to this would be like 8 Mile, where you're like Future, you know, the middle guy who's like, oh, we got my boy, this guy up, and then this guy.
It was
Is
a
that the MC?
nightclub for like under 18s, I think it was, that they played rap music and hip hop stuff, and I'd just be like going like, yeah, like trying to hype everyone
kind
up.
of hype, hype man.
over the top of like Pump It by the Black Eyed Peas. I'd be like, Pump It.
Oh my god.
And
But you weren't the DJ.
no, I
I'd
think
pay £500 to see that footage.
yeah, it doesn't exist, thankfully. My mate took me along, and he was on Decent Rapper, and like he took us, and he was like, "Come on, we'll both do it," and like he was really good at it. And I remember being like, "Oh."
Was he like doing his own raps?
No, he was just doing all the like, "Yeah, come on,"
Hyping people
I
up.
can't have nothing in it at all. I'm cringing so much, like I can't even
That's
do like
amazing.
a good impression of the stuff I did, because I'm just like, "Ooh, good on you." What did I say? You say that he was doing all that, and folk were loving it.
I'd hate to see this is my thin skin again, but if I was like, if I say something, you say it, and if no one done it, I'd kill myself.
The
On
saddest
stage.
mic drop ever is
Yeah.
you drop
Yeah.
the mic and leave and never
Yeah,
return.
usually a mic drop after a belter of a fucking rhyme, and I'd be like, mic drop because I'm
Mic drop,
leaving.
I'm done with that. Don't bother fixing that if it breaks.
This isn't the career for
I'm
me.
out. So, you wrote like a diss about? Was that guy also a rapper?
No,
No, just like a
No.
a
So this is a diss, as in this wasn't like a proper. It was a rap, but it was like a. I don't know if you had disses in Edinburgh, but we done it like PC DJs. You would diss another young team. Do you know what I mean? So
I'd see you said PC DJs before, and I thought you were just like a really politically correct rapper. Like
You
help
don't know
old woman cross the street.
Fuck the woke police.
you don't know the term PC DJ.
No.
So like a disc jockey who uses his
The
PC, I
personal
suppose.
computer.
But
Oh, right.
But
You're like,
I
well,
just
I can't
made-
play this song. He calls the women bitches.
I've been looking at all these rap lyrics from the 90s, and some of them are very problematic, actually.
What if instead of the N word we all said fellas? Would that work? I'm PC DJ.
no, I didn't even think about
Don't
that.
say you get money, because some people don't. So
These women are not bitches, just so you know.
Capitalism is pretty bad.
shake
Actually.
your ass if you want. No judgment.
No, I didn't even think about that. It is basically we made tunes. I say made tunes. We sped up dance tunes, and
Yeah.
then we put our own. This would be you would just rap about another person, diss them, or a
Like
local
M to the
young
B,
team.
M to the B. We doing all that?
Nah, because that was more like an MC would do that. So we'd be like, I'd be like, Gareth, yeah, bam, you're so shy. I'm gonna beat you in a fight. That sort of that wasn't one of the ones. That was off the dome.
That was
Just off
that's
the
not
dome
bad
piece.
at all.
That was off the dome there,
So
guys.
imagine what he's capable of when he's put
Yeah, it's frightening, really.
You never come back from that.
Goosebumps.
It was always one of the rhymes was baseball bat. So it'd be like, Gareth, you prick, you're so fat, I'm going to hit you with a baseball bat. Every rap had a
This is
baseball
getting
bat
hurtful
within
now,
it.
Steve. I'll be honest.
Never give a chance to reply.
Oh my God,
Just
yeah, all right.
straight in again.
Jeez. Well, thanks for having me.
Sorry.
That's
But,
good.
You get the gist.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's
So-
kind of like those videos, like when folk will like call out each other for a fight. Like
What's that?
like they'll be like, "Oh, Gary, I'm
You can use me if you want.
it's Steven. You keep running your mouth. I'm gonna come over there and slap the shit out of you." And he's always got like a mate behind him, like, "Yeah." You not seen these?
Was this
Nah,
back
I
in your?
don't watch them.
It's like a
back in-
traveller thing, I think.
Oh,
They
right.
like call each other out on videos. I used to quite enjoy watching them. Like they're always like, "I'll fucking smash your head in if you speak to me again." And I don't know like why you wouldn't just say that to their face.
Yeah.
Because at least with our thing, it's like a bit of artistry. to
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
You're rhyming.
Got artistic
Yeah.
integrity.
We've also got our
Poetry,
shirts
really,
off,
isn't
but
it?
yeah.
Hmm.
Who's it? That's one of my favourite tweets. It's like rap battles are so funny. It's just two men writing wee poems about each other. I'll show him.
Yeah, like I guess I loved 8 Mile when I was a wee guy, so I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
That's the coolest thing in the world. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
And then I never done it live or anything. Fuck's
I
sake.
think like being a musician is probably what we all dream of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just writing one thing and then just getting to do it loads. Like,
Yeah.
stand up, you've got to come up with material all the time.
Yeah.
it's
I'd
tiring,
love to
innit?
just write one banger.
Any
and
pals
that's
way
it.
up there on your
No.
own.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
Just write one thing, tour it for ages.
yeah,
Horny middle-aged women shouting at you.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Throw in
But,
your knickers.
but you can, if you're on a band, you can play over the horny woman.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Shut them up.
Yeah, it's great.
Paul F. Tompkins has got that great bit about he did like a Hogmanay gig or something. He was on before a band and he was getting heckled and people were chucking ice at him and it was fucking awful. And then the band came off. And you know how you always hear that from people like, I could never do what you do. And normally you're like, oh, you know, whatever. I'm not a fucking. I'm not.
I'm out here saving
I'm not
lives.
a nurse. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Paul F. Tompkins like, yeah, you're goddamn fucking right. You can minimum guitars deflect ice.
So yeah, so you didn't do it live, but you done MC work and stuff.
Did a little bit. I think I was just one night. I went along and was giving it all the
That's cool.
giving it the beans.
Did you ever write raps?
Not raps. I was
Songs?
in a very pathetic not band, but band with my best pal growing up.
What were these called?
Paper Planes.
That's all right.
That's all right.
That's all right.
You could buy that, couldn't you?
I
Yeah,
could
yeah.
buy that. Yeah.
And but if you could see it,
Then MIA came out that song. You're like, ah.
Oh no.
I wrote one song. It was called "The
All
Animals
she wants
of
to do
Death."
is shoot us.
She's mental.
Should
no?
fucking see
Yeah.
her.
Yeah,
all
yeah.
fucked
She's
up.
gone. Is she anti-vax or something?
Yeah, she's all that.
Good song though.
Yeah, it's a
Great
very
song.
good song.
Yeah, I wrote one song called "The Animals of Death."
Whoa! Paper Planes was a lot darker than I
Yeah, yeah. It
expected.
sort of sounds sort of light indie, but then that sounds heavy metal.
Yeah.
And we recorded it into a Fisher Price. You know,
Fisher
like
Price?
you
Yeah,
get
yeah.
like early learning center or something like that.
Fuck's
Had like a
sake.
little fucking like radio cassette
That's
thing.
so
It
good.
recorded it.
Yeah, I mean I don't have it obviously.
What was it
Ah.
about? Like the goldfish at the fun fair.
Yeah. It's about goldfish battering old grannies. No, extremely embarrassing small time behaviour.
Do you remember any of the lyrics?
Not massively.
I think you do.
It does.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I'm not singing it.
Nah, you recite it though.
Were you a lead singer?
Yeah. Lead
Sorry.
singer and drummer.
That's hard, man.
There's only two of us.
To drum and sing.
Well, I
was
can't
hard.
drum either.
Oh, well,
And there was only, it was like his wee brother's like toy drum kit.
Oh,
it was all toys.
yeah.
I don't know, probably older than I'd like. Now I think about it, but I can't actually remember. Really deeply embarrassing, yeah. The Animals of Death are pulling me closer and closer into the ground.
Oh.
Life's just a joke to me. That was the chorus.
Wow. Okay.
I could just imagine you as like an
Very emo.
8-year-old
Yeah.
singing.
I
this
don't
sort
know
of
how
stuff.
old I'd be.
I don't know, but I feel better about the rap stuff.
Yeah,
now.
it's really, really embarrassing.
That's great. Because
Only
that-
one song though.
It's
One
quite,
and done.
that's quite dark lyrics for a wee guy.
It's pretty
Yeah,
emo.
yeah.
It's like Stephen King sort of Pet Cemetery
Yeah.
shit
Yeah,
you're
big
talking
vibe,
about.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I wasn't even really a big emo.
No.
No.
You got a limited range to write about at that age.
That's
You've
true,
yeah.
not got much real life experience to draw from.
Yeah, the perils of life is
Yeah.
when you're a 12-year-old kid.
It's tough.
You got to write about what you know, like, animals pulling you into the ground. I guess.
I guess. Me and my cousins try to start a band. Well, didn't try. We like didn't even have instruments or anything. But like it was because we watched School of Rock all the time. So we're like, oh, they're kids and they play stuff.
So it looks like the funnest thing in the world.
Yeah, we'll get my cousin had like drumsticks but no drums, so we'd just like hit.
1, 2, 3.
and then that was it. We'd be hitting pillows or whatever, but we were called Untitled.
That's cool.
That's good. I like
Very
that.
cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
First
Edgy.
draft.
Better than DJ Cash, probably.
It's not bad. And G-Tip, really.
G-Tip's
Not as
alright.
good as Paper Planes.
No.
Sorry.
The name was the best part of the band.
Yeah, I'd go see Paper Planes.
Stu, you also wanted to talk about seances, I believe.
Well, I don't know if if you're sick of talking about this, but
No, not at all.
I just remember you telling me just conversationally that you
Yeah.
when you were
You don't seem thrilled about this.
15?
Well, it was also when I was rapping. Like, so
Yeah,
It's a
crazy
big
life.
time in your life.
I don't think I said no to anything. Like, I just said, I'll do that. My mum's psychic gave me a tarot card reading once, and she said, I think Gareth's got the gift, and implying that I was psychic.
Of the
as well.
Right, well.
Well, it was the Gab in the end. But yeah, she thought I was psychic. So I started going to the spiritualist church on a Sunday.
So what makes you have the gift? What sort of thing? What were you-
I thought I seen a ghost when I was wee. And that was
it.
enough, apparently. Yeah. So you seen a ghost? Oh, you've got a gift.
You've got the gift.
So I went to this spiritualist church with my mum on a Sunday night. And it was just all these middle-aged women like go to a psychic lady, and she's like giving them readings, and she was like, "Do you want to come on some seances with us?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure," because I thought it was quite exciting. So I went on ghost hunts with like, I'd say like 5 or 6 like 40, 50-year-old women, and we would try and hunt ghosts.
Standard Sunday stuff.
Yeah,
Hunt ghosts?
Well, it's like Saturday nights I was doing this. Like all my mates were out drinking in the park. And shagging and all that, and
you
I'm
were
too busy
hunting
going,
ghosts?
well, I'm either writing rhymes or putting away demons. But like, I used to have some photos, I couldn't find them. I tried to of me on these things, and like I'm wearing like kind of baggy jeans, like is it Rockefeller? There was Kanye and Jay-Z's stuff.
Yeah,
So I'm like got
yeah.
big like rap hoodies on.
Yeah.
I had both my ears pierced with like wee diamantes. I was like such a bam man. Like, and yeah, I was on these ghost hunts with these women looking like as G-Tip. And like, yeah, like people would invite us. We'd go to like old hotels and pubs and stuff, like, and we'd stay there a few hours, like 12 till like 4 in the morning or something like that, trying to find ghosts.
With old ladies?
With old ladies,
Just
yeah.
coming out
Mostly
there.
old ladies. There was one other guy that was there who was like a middle-aged guy. But they were,
I know
I
we
was like,
spoke a lot about old ladies today, but why does ghost hunting appeal to old ladies so
I don't
much?
know. That's the target market for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I think they're maybe just more open to stuff and they feel
Yeah.
less embarrassed than like a man would. If it was like fight ghosts, SAS
Yeah.
ghost hunting, guys would be like,
ghosts.
oh yeah, let's go do it. We're gonna go batter ghosts. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's maybe a bit more spiritual than they're used to.
Right.
So, but I mean, we obviously never seen a ghost or that. They used to give me the camera a lot of the time, and it was like a night vision camera, like it was proper like vet fielding stuff.
Yeah, Derek Okora.
And I remember like scanning the room I was in with one, we'd go in like different rooms and we'd just sit and wait for something to happen. I remember like panning around with the camera and it's night vision. I just see the woman staring at me, the other one.
Fuck.
And I was like, why is she like, she's like really staring right through me. And afterwards she said, there was a man stood behind you. And I was like, oh my God, there definitely wasn't.
Yeah,
Like,
why didn't you film? Why didn't you say film behind you? Right
yeah.
now?
Oh, that would have been terrifying if I turned it. I was like, ah! But there was one time the guy that used to come pretended to get possessed, like Derek Okora-esque.
Yeah.
And it was that moment where I went, oh, this is all fucking mental. This is bullshit. Because it was like terrible acting. He was like, oh! I was like, what am I doing here? And that was the last time I went.
So, but up until that moment, you were like, this
I was
is
kind of
legit.
like, I was like a bit open-minded to it all. And
I've got the gift.
well, somebody
Nice to be
tells
told
you,
you've got the gift. isn't it?
especially when you're 16, somebody tells you you're special. You're like, I am
Aye.
special, actually. We did like table tilting when you all have your hands on the table and it like rocks, and apparently that was ghosts and all that.
Right.
But I don't know, I'm a bit more open to ghosts than that now, but that I think really set me back a bit.
Like, what did you have, like, pals and all that to say about it? Did they know?
I don't know that they knew. I don't know that they would.
Jen, is it like, you know, you want to do so many podcasts so that your son's got nothing on you? Were you trying so hard to get bullied in so many different areas that
Yeah,
wasn't
it
really
seems
giving them
like that,
anything
yeah.
to cling to?
There's too much, too wide a
so
spread.
much, yeah, this is
Well,
overwhelming.
we don't know where to start.
It's like
Yeah.
you don't know what to watch on Netflix.
It's like a bully buffet. There's too much on here. Wee specky ginger glasses rapping psychic. Where does it end with you?
Becomes self-bullying. It doesn't work.
Well, way to pick on the other kids. He just likes acting. But the spiritualist church was in this like really rough town next to mine, which is where loads of the bully kids from my school like lived. And I remember like it was in a like just a community centre, and folk would always come up to the windows like ooh, like making fun of everyone inside. And I was like, oh shit.
That's funny.
Ooh. And they were like, oh, what are you doing in there? Like, I'm just with my mum, don't worry about it. Yeah, it was all pretty bad.
What, like,
what crazy
machinery
life.
did you have? Did you have, like... It was
Didn't
also
have like a ghost box or anything like that.
Ghostbusters
We just
stuff.
had a camera, and yeah, we'd do the table tilting, and I
Did
think
you
that was
Ouija
about it.
boards and stuff? No.
Nah, I never done them. I was out our budget. I would never. I don't know. I remember like filming one thing, and there was like a spoon moving in this. We were in this kitchen in a pub, and there was like obviously somebody knocked the spoon on the way in or something like that. And I was like filming it, and I was like, oh, "Fuck that!" And then they were like afterwards reviewing the footage, like, "Why didn't you focus on the spoon?" I was like, "We were just moving about." Like they were like, "What do you expect to happen?" Some chef like, "Oh, get out my kitchen."
Were people claiming to see stuff quite a lot?
That was the one time was that woman staring at me, said she's seen stuff. They would all orbs was their thing. They used to always be like, "Oh, there's an orb," which is basically just a wee like it looks like a dust thing on the camera.
Yeah.
Like, it's obviously just a bit of dust floats past close. Like that's an orb, that's a spirit there. And there was always shit like that. And I was like, all right, okay. I always found it interesting. My mum loved the fact that I was doing this. She was so
Was she?
because she loves psychics and all that. She
Yeah.
really believes in all. So in her head, she's like, "Oh, free readings for life." But like, yeah, she was like really supportive and pushed it, which is probably why I did it more as well.
Have you done, like, tarot card and reading and stuff yourself?
I did, yeah. The head of the church gave me my own tarot card deck and this thing called ribbons, which is like a wooden circle with all these ribbons hanging down different colors, and you kind of shake it and give it to somebody, and you like just play with them for a bit, and then pick 3, and I'll read your ribbons basically.
Right.
Which it was all
Should
mad.
have brought some
Yeah, I was going
along.
to say we should have got it.
I don't think I've got it anymore. I don't know where any of that stuff is.
Nice toy for the baby.
He's got the gift.
The Wicker Man shit.
You
Yeah,
pass
yeah.
on the gift, don't you?
I think so. Well, it skipped a generation, I'm sure.
What if his first
Oh,
one's really spooky?
Yeah.
But kids are spooky, to be fair.
Boo.
Like,
Could
yeah,
be boo. That would be spooky.
yeah. Like I hate changing his nappy at like 3 a.m. because like I don't
In case
turn on
there's
the
a
lights.
ghost in there.
Yeah, totally. Well, there's the little baby monitor. They're quite freaky things.
Yeah.
Like there's a bit of a delay, so sometimes I'll go through. I mean, he sleeps with us, but sometimes I'll go through and like just look on it, and then I see me entering the room, and I shit it every time. I'm like, oh God, fucking hell, it's me! I get myself a fright. It's so ridiculous. But I don't know. I think having the kid has made me a wee bit more. I don't know, nerve. I had a dream that a demon wanted to eat him, and I was like, "Whoa, this is a bad sign." This.
Fuck's sake.
I don't know what. I think it's just the sleep deprivation is the main thing.
That could be the gift.
Well, hey, who knows? Maybe
Who
I'm
knows?
on to something.
Yeah.
I think it's more likely that I'm sleeping 3 or 4 hours a night and I'm just losing my mind.
Probably.
Yeah, gonna get back into rapping, I reckon. Now that it's cool again.
Yeah, it's probably a better career path for you than the ghosts.
I don't know. Psychics make a killing.
Yeah, they do.
And it is always like kind of like more working class areas that they're like really thriving in it. Like all these towns, they'll have like psychic nights and stuff.
Mm.
Yeah.
You never see it in the posh places. They're like
alright.
bookies that way.
Aye.
Classic.
I guess
Pub
like
bookies, Chinese psychics.
Yeah. That's the thing.
because I guess it's like I get like if you're from a poorer place, you probably want to know that things are going to get better.
Yes,
rather
I think
than-
it's exactly that. Like, oh, you're going to come into wealth or whatever, all
Aye.
that stuff.
But a middle class person is like, I don't want to hear that.
Everything's going very well.
I'm just sitting in my nice house watching the telly.
I don't want to hear about me dying.
Yeah.
I want this to last forever.
Things are getting worse. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? You don't want to hear that.
Nah, nobody does.
Um,
It very rarely is that. Like, it's, like, even if you get the death card in tarot, they're like, oh, it just means like the end of one thing and the start of another. It's like, it seems like it means death to me.
Yeah.
It's right there in the card.
Is there anything else you want to tell us?
Anything else you want to confess to? Aye, well, I did
You
some
don't do
other
fucking
stuff.
Morris
I
dancing
was
as well. or
I've
something?
still got the bells. Going on, hey.
Could you reuse some of the ribbons for that as well?
Yeah, that's the dual purpose. Yeah, my accountant was furious. So you can't claim them; you're using them for everything. Wrap with the ribbons as well. Can I plug my Glasgow show?
Of course.
Yes.
It's the
please.
16th of March. I'm going to be doing the Glasgow stand. Tickets very much still available. I do not sell tickets in this town at all.
It's weird, isn't it?
I sell
you
more
do well
tickets
in
in
Edinburgh.
Sydney
That's
than I
That
do in
is
Glasgow,
mental, yeah.
which is it's nuts. Because I've been playing here years. Folk just obviously don't like us. That's fine. It's fine. I'm not a
Very
thick
good
skin.
stand up.
Don't
I'm
need
thick
you.
skin. I don't give a shit.
And then you've got your special coming out.
Probably
soon
the day after.
Day after.
Yeah, because it's the same show.
Yeah.
So it was going to
Makes
release
sense.
it early. I put it all over social media. Folks shared it. They were very nice. And I'm like, it's not actually
Kidding
happening.
on.
Yeah, just kidding. I just want some
Gotcha.
more subscribers. Fooled you all.
So that'll be out on the 17th?
17th of March.
17th.
Yeah.
So if you can't go to the show live, watch it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Or do both. Why not?
Yeah, if you really enjoyed it, I suppose.
Yeah. Go to the
I'm
show
looking
then
forward to
watch
seeing it
it.
because I clashed with the Fringe. I didn't get
Of
to see
course,
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be good.
I hope I remember it.
Nice one. Thanks very much for coming on.
Thanks for
Yes.
having me.
Cheers.
Really enjoyed it.
Steve, do you want to do some plugs?
I'll
Plug
try.
Leicester.
I'll try. So for the plugs. I'm doing Leicester next month. This month, 3 weeks time. Fuck.
You won't be aware of this, but this is an ongoing saga of Steve plugging his Leicester show every week. Have you sold more than 12 yet?
I've not checked.
Right.
What a horrible thing to say. out
Well,
loud.
it's become a thing. I'm just
Oh my
genuinely
god!
interested.
Yeah, just sold more than 12 yet. You pathetic
You
little
fucking
worm.
worm.
I love we both knew it
Yeah,
was
it's
worms.
going to be worm, isn't it? Nailed on.
This is why I have a thin skin. Even my pals are slagging the fuck at me. Yeah, I don't know if I've sold more than 12. There's still tickets available because I checked this morning on the website myself, pathetically. So come along to that. That'll be good. And I've got...
Just wanted to try and muster enthusiasm for it. It's really making me laugh.
Good.
It'll probably be good. It's a work
Could
in
be a
progress.
12-seater.
Could be shit.
Could be a 12-seater.
No, it's a 60-seater.
Mm.
It's in a
I think it's
cinema.
available.
Big auditorium. So I've got that, and I've got the Pleasance in London. What we used to.
I'm doing
And
a
that's in
show
March,
at
so.
the Glasgow Comedy Festival on Tuesday, the 21st of March at 7 p.m. Please come to that.
First one sold out.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to say it after the 12 comment. I should have
Yeah,
gone
yeah.
first.
I'll
It
say
sounded
fair,
arrogant.
yeah.
Thanks.
I'm not as big a draw in Leicester as I thought I was.
I don't think I'd sell 12 in Leicester if that makes
Yeah.
you feel any better.
It doesn't.
I think me and you together, we could sell
20.
20,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah, it's not
That's a
bad.
gig.
So you're bringing 8 to the table. That's good.
I could bring 8 in Leicester, I think, yeah.
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 Folk give it a go.
I'd fucking have a very good stab at it. Yeah, big campaign, big push on socials. Yeah, please. Yeah, thanks to everyone that has bought a ticket, and yeah, come to the other one. That'd be great. And I'm doing a work in progress in Edinburgh at Monkey Barrel on Friday, the 14th of April. Please come to that.
Nice one. But apart from that, you can follow us on Insta, TikTok, Twitter, and all that at Some Laugh Pod, I believe. Might be wrong. Check it yourself.
Follow us on Patreon. Or
Patreon.
subscribe on Patreon, I suppose.
Yes, which
What's
is
that called, Steve?
/ Some Laugh.
Start with the slash.
Yeah.
End
and
with a
then-
laugh.
Yeah, Some Laugh, and then it might be pod, it might not
You'll
be.
find it.
You figure it out yourselves. We've also got a Some Laugh live show that you can maybe buy tickets
I guess
for.
by the time this is out, there'll be tickets for that, right?
Oh, it'll be sold
When
out.
is that?
It'll be sold out
It'll be sold out by then.
by then.
It's not in Leicester.
That's not.
That's not in Leicester. Some Laugh Live in Leicester. How many do you think tickets?
14.
Yeah.
Oh, less than
What
just
about-
the two of you.
Quadruple bill.
Mark gets added 6 tickets come off.
They hate Mark. Don't they? I didn't want to be the one to say it, but they hate him in Leicester, man. Yeah, when's that, Steve? The live show. That's in April as well.
Easter Sunday.
Yeah, so
That's
whenever
easy to
that is.
remember. Easter Sunday.
The
I don't know the date of
9th.
Easter Sunday. That moves, doesn't
It's
it?
the 9th. It's 9th.
Because it's sometimes my birthday.
Yeah. Of April.
9th of April.
9th of April. Thank you.
At the Glee in Glasgow.
I
Come
know
to that.
stuff like that now.
That's
Got to
good
get my
too.
eggs into my paint. Always get that sorted. It's in the diary.
So yeah, I think that's about it.
What
Plans,
happens
innit?
on Easter Monday?
Just a laugh. A hangover in it.
Is it?
Chocolate hangover.
Yeah, because it's in the
I don't
your
get Easter
calendar,
at all.
but it doesn't.
You don't get it?
Don't get it.
No? You don't like a wee Easter egg
I
hunt?
like the eggs.
Eggs, and there's eggs, pancakes. There's
Eggs-
too many days too close together for me to understand what's going on.
Easter is mad, to be fair, innit? Like, it's such
Yeah.
a scattergun. Eggs, rabbit,
Yeah,
pancake,
it's
whatever
too
you
much
want.
for me.
Just
Wee
do whatever
chicks, wee
you want.
chicks.
Yeah, those little... Oh, I love those little chicks.
He's in the cave, he's out the cave. I don't know what's
That's the
going on.
goldfish guy's got those little chicks. This is my one day here until the government takes them away.
Can I sell chicks in bags anymore? Can you?
That's bullshit.
Country's gone to the fucking dogs, man. I think that's about it, right?
Yeah, you can watch on YouTube. You can send us an email, somelaughpod@gmail.com or something like that.
Thanks
He's
to everyone
really
that
on
has
board
joined
with
the
all these
Patreon.
socials.
I don't
You really
know.
nailed
Mark
them all.
does it really concisely. It's good.
It's because sometimes it's some laugh and sometimes it's some laugh
Yeah,
pod.
that's
so
what throws me.
I don't know what one it is. It's
We don't claim to understand it. We're just the
You could have
messengers.
Mark do like a wee businessy thing at the end, like, thanks for listening to Some Laugh Pod. You can follow us and all that. And then just
clip
chuck
it
on
in.
the end.
We
Yeah.
should have got him to do it before.
fuck.
Sorry, I've come in with ideas.
He's back soon now. This is the last one we're doing on our own.
Oh, is
so
it? That good.
Yeah,
back to
potentially.
regular
You feel
programming.
relieved now that he's come back. Dad's home.
Daddy's home. Yeah.
He's home. The kids are back in their box.
Listeners
not
are going to
gonna
drop
be-
by 6 overall each episode now.
Leicester. That's done. No more lessons in Leicester. Right. Thanks so much for coming on, Gareth.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Nice to
Cheers,
see you,
man.
man.
It's been Some Laugh.
Hey. Yeah.
Tune in next week. That's why no one comes to your shows in Glasgow.
Oh, fucking hell.
I loved
Sorry.
it. I
Cheers,
loved it.
man.
Thanks very much, guys. All the best. Cheers.